stupid ween will continue, but I already fucked up the deadline beyond repair, so who cares if it takes until fucking Christmas to complete it at this point. You know, I made my Trump 2016 video where I listed a series of reasons why one might consider voting for Trump. And I said to myself at the time that I'd also make one for Clinton, so I'm about to do that. I don't really want to, but I'm going to. Just, you know, I don't want it out there that I supported Trump, which some people have watched my Trump 2016 video and been like, you support Trump. I think if you watch that video and that's the conclusion you come to, then you're an idiot. I clearly did not support Trump in that video. Just listen, try again, motherfuckers. I'm gonna do this fucking whole shtick again, but with Clinton this time. Maybe this time you'll fucking get it. It'll actually sink in. So I have to start this by reminding everyone that in my view, Clinton and Trump are a little more than different symptoms of the same fatal disease. I see no point whatsoever in voting for either of them, but if you're going to vote for one, here's why it should be Hillary. First, let's go over a few legitimate reasons that I don't really care about, but maybe you do. She'll make more liberal Supreme Court appointments, and maybe there'll be a few bones for progressives thrown into her agenda here and there. Keep the base happy, you know, that horse shit. But the real reason to vote for Hillary, in my opinion, is so that we can all just kick back and laugh at all of Trump's supporters who honestly still think he's going to win, are sent into basically spasmodic fits of rage and sadness. I think that's going to be tremendously entertaining. I told everyone from the beginning that this election means nothing to me, and I don't really care who wins. It's well known that I made a $1,000 bet with my brother Scotty that Trump would win, a bet that I'm almost certainly going to lose. But what's less well remembered is the reason why I took the bet in the first place. It was because I wanted to have some reason to give a shit about the outcome of this election, because I still don't. I think that this choice is beneath the dignity of the American people and a total sham and a total travesty. But if you're going to choose one, why not choose the one that's going to crush a few people's souls in the process? I mean, if Hillary loses, liberals are going to go apeshit and they're going to mobilize a giant fuck Trump movement and pick away at him for 4 to 8 years like they did with George W. Bush. And by the end of it, the name Bush was synonymous with dog shit. The public perception of the man was that of a total buffoon who endangers us all with his ignorance. The same thing would happen to Trump, but it wouldn't take nearly as long because most Americans already think Trump is dog shit. So the liberals will find their sense of purpose in being like, fuck Trump. And we all know that Hillary Clinton's dog shit. Everyone knows that Hillary Clinton's dog shit. And that's kind of the point, I think. Everyone knows Clinton's dog shit, but there's still a bunch of retards going around this country who legitimately think Trump is worth a fuck. It's time that they saw their hero fall, in my opinion. It's time for them to see that none of their stupid fucking WikiLeaks mattered. You can't create a scandal out of nothing by just misreading the intent of emails to foster some Alex Jones-level conspiratorial drivel. No one but you is convinced by that. You have a chance to make a legitimate case against Hillary Clinton, but instead, you waste it pretending that anyone should be concerned about Bernie Sanders was a Hillary plant all along, or Hillary is a lesbian pedophile. I'm sorry for all the noise in the background, if you guys can hear it. If you can't, then I just apologize for nothing. But that Hillary is a lesbian crack, that fucking Bernie Sanders, this spirit cooking, all that shit. All these are actual claims I've seen come out of the camp of people supporting Trump. And they don't need evidence. All they need is a fucking story. And if they have anything that vaguely alludes to the faintest possibility that maybe some vague aspect of their story could possibly maybe be true, every time they have that, they act like it's the smoking fucking gun. Ooh, we found a fucking rock in Hillary's shoe. Hillary faked the moon landing. It's a moon rock. Testing is inconclusive. Podesta did 9/11, everyone. We saw in his email, we looked back at his emails from 9/11, And he said, you know, someone asked how he was doing. He said, fine. Who else but the attacker would have been fine on that day? You know, I mean, what the fuck, people? Come on. If you do research into these emails, you go onto the fucking Donald subreddit, you go fucking see what the alt-right kind of people are saying about WikiLeaks. It's silly shit. It's just really strange, silly shit. You go look at the emails, they don't say anything like what they say they say. They're like, oh, well, you gotta read it this way, and what if this person was saying this about this thing? No, what reason you have to think they were? If there was an email where Hillary Clinton was like, I sure am a lesbian pedophile on the lookout for some underage pussy what to have illegal sex with, then I'd be like, holy shit, the smoking gun. But since you ain't got that, you ain't got shit. And all the things that point to Hillary being corrupt, I hate to break it to you, all of Hillary's supporters already know she's corrupt. They already know. Because look, Trump supporters, I like you guys. I know it doesn't seem like it. I know I'm being hard on you, but I really do like you. I understand the appeal of a guy who took on the system and won. But this is not the savior you're looking for. This man is pulling a con on you. And if you just look at the evidence through your own eyes and without bias, I think you'd see that with ease. If we really want a better America, we can't allow this stranglehold of these parties to continue. And the Electoral College, that too must be abolished. We should have a robust spectrum of political parties available to us. And one person should count for one vote. If 51% of the country wants someone to win, the Electoral College or the courts should not be able to change that outcome simply because they fear the will of the people. Now, I could go into far greater detail about some of my own solutions to the problems that afflict us, but I don't think that's what you're here for. I've digressed enough anyway. The point of this video is that the system is broken, voting is meaningless, these choices do not represent the will of the electorate, our democracy is fucking broken by design. Broken by design. Power remains with the same moneyed interests because ordinary people are totally locked out of the corridors of power. And I feel like the Hillary people, by and large, understand that. But they're just plugging their noses and voting along party lines because they're disenfranchised enough to see the scam, but they're too docile to challenge the status quo. And many, I think, recognize that maybe it's futile to do so. So basically they're compliant, they're obedient, they're just pigs in their pen. That's why I say fuck the donkey. The symbol of the Democratic Party is a bunch of fucking pigs voting to keep the slaughterhouse in business. There's your fucking rallying symbol. Sig Heil to the fucking bacon swastika, you pieces of shit. Because Hillary's a butcher and you're fucking bacon. Oh, she's saber-rattling against Russia, you guys. Oink, oink. Well, she keeps on feeding us our slop, so we don't give a shit. She wants a no-fly zone in Syria. That might actually start war with Russia. These are legitimate geopolitical concerns, you guys. This slop sure is good. Keep that coming, Hillary. Ooh. Oh. So, when Hillary fucks every one of these pigs with her little ta-da magic trick, she loves TPP now. Ta-da! Magic trick! The Cold War is escalating again. Yay! Ta-da! Your little liberal ass. Your little liberal, I'm so self-aware of the corruption, so my participation is okay now, ass, is gonna be ham on Hillary's fucking plate. And she's gonna lick her fucking lizard lips before taking a big old bite, because that's what happens when the three little pigs vote for the big bad wolf in a fucking pantsuit. So fuck Hillary supporters. Fuck them. But honestly, guys, fuck Trump supporters worse. The shit they just whole cloth make right the fuck up is sickening. They have zero standard for evidence. They think any whimsical notion that enters their head is true. And worst of all, they actually believe that Trump is going to be their fucking messiah. Yeah. He spent his whole life lying, cheating, money-grubbing, backstabbing, pussy-grabbing, and living like a fucking badass playboy motherfucker who's good at exactly two things. He's a brilliant con man, and he's a brilliant entertainer. He's a brilliant con man because he can get your confidence. He can sell you the moon and be out of town by the time you realize all you've got is a piece of fucking paper with moon written on it in crayon. With the fucking N backwards. How do I know Trump's a con man? Well, for one thing, my own fucking father was a con man. And he was just like Trump. And guess what? If my dad was running for president, I wouldn't vote for him either. Just look at Trump's business dealings. Look at Trump University. Look at how his buildings are financed. Look at how he ran his casinos. Look at how he procured the land for his fucking golf courses. You don't want to trust the liberal media? Fine. But just go trust the truth of what you can dig up on Trump on your own. It's not hard to piece together a picture of a guy whose bark is bigger than his fucking bite, who exaggerates his accomplishments and inflates his family name. It turns out the lying, cheating, money-grubbing, backstabbing, pussy-grabbing playboy doesn't give a shit about you. Spoiler! He don't give a shit about you. Go fucking figure. Trump's second strength, and it's related to the con man thing, but it's a little bit less derisive. He's a brilliant entertainer. He knows how to organically connect to a crowd. He knows television. He has a good sense of media, of how it works. I don't think he fully understood until recently how the media can be different during an election cycle. But I think that overall he actually has a pretty profound, deep understanding of entertainment on a gut level, on a visceral level that most people don't have. He knows what people want to see, and he instinctually knows what they want to hear. And that's the real problem with Trump, for my money. He's really very much the same kind of beast that Clinton is at the end of the day. He's doing the same thing she's doing. He's just tuning to what the crowd wants and giving it to them. He's feeding his supporters shit because he doesn't want to challenge them. Because that's not what he was designed to do. He's not designed to come up and say, I'm a man of principle and here's what I stand for. That's what a man like Bernie Sanders did. That's what a man like Ron Paul did, even though that's on an opposite end, or Dennis Kucinich. There's a man who did that. There are people who stand up and they stand on principle, and usually they're fucking rejected by the people, because the people who stand on principle, they say things people don't like. And people don't want to hear things they don't like because it makes them feel bad. They want to hear that their shit doesn't stink, and that's what Trump does. Trump comes up on stage and tells you that your shit don't stink. It's someone else's shit that stinks. It's the Mexicans' shit that stinks. Gotta get those fucking wetbacks out of here. Gotta put up a big wall, you know? We'll let some of them back, the ones that acquiesce to us, but the ones that, we don't like, they're gone. They're gone forever. That's the people. That's the real problem. And, the liberals, on the other hand, want to say there's no problem with immigrants. They're just fine. They're all fine. They're all wonderful just because they're immigrants. Guess what? There's a lot of fucked up immigrants. There's a lot of good immigrants. There's a lot of fucked up people who are just, I'm just an everyday guy just trying to get by in the world. Yeah. Some of the everyday guys just trying to get by in the world are okay. Others of them are total scumbags. Molesting their fucking kids, beating their fucking spouses, what the fuck ever. Cheating people at work. What does it fucking matter? There's a lot of scumbags running around, and there's people who are scumbags in one situation who are okay in another situation. It's not black and white. It's very challenging. But if you confront the American people with that challenge, they reject it. Right away, just, oh, no, don't challenge me. Don't challenge anything I think. Don't challenge anything I believe. I can't fucking handle it. And so they fucking pick Trump and they pick Clinton, someone who just sits there and like, blah, 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 everything's fine. You guys are great. It's all some other people doing the bad stuff. For Clinton, it's a basket of deplorables, everyone. They're the problem. All these people that don't like me, they're the real evil. And Trump, it's the immigrants. Oh, it's all these, it's the minorities. They're the real problem. The black people, they're okay, I guess, but they gotta get with my plan. But the rest of them are evil. And all of Hillary's people are evil, and all the elites, even though I'm one of the elites, they're all evil. Except me, I'm the good elite. I'm the elite that betrayed the elites to come help you guys. Whatever. I mean, it's comical. Give me a break. That's the real problem with Trump. And many, not all, but many Trump supporters, they're eating out of the palm of fucking Trump's hand. So I think it's kind of a thrilling prospect to see how they react when that hand is pulled away from them. So I'm betting that the Trump people are going to give us quite a show in the days after Trump's loss. And if he wins, well, I think their gloating will be just as prevalent, but probably not nearly as entertaining. I'm the Amazing Atheist. Peace the fuck out. Subscribe if you like this content. Unsubscribe if you're a pussy who can't deal with people disagreeing with him. Good night.